everybody. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Joe. Welcome to Joe and Andrew's Education Adventures.
And today we have with us a math teacher and a good friend of Joe's because they work in the same department, and one of our club advisors, Sandra Arguello. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Why don't you tell us your official role here at Paloma, Sandra?
I'm a math teacher, and I'm also the engineering teacher for the Project Lead the Way engineering pathway. So I teach this year all engineering. So I have the engineering level 1, level 2, and then the year 4, which is the capstone course. Wow. And also traditionally I've taught math. So I've taught different levels of math. And so sometimes in between classes, I'll even offer students to tutor them.
Oh, cool.
So you've been at our school for a little while. I'm not sure how many years you could tell us that, but also how long have you been in the engineering program? And did you start it, or did you come in and help it grow?
I've been teaching for a while, so this will be my 17th year teaching, but at Paloma, it'll be my 7th year. Mm-hmm. So I started off with math, and I started at my other school that I used to be at. They approached me with the Project the Way program, and there's not many engineers that right off the bat want to be teachers. Many are in the industry just because It makes so much money. But to kind of start the program, they thought the most qualified would be somebody with like a math brain or even physics type of a teacher. So I was approached with it, and they showed me the program, and I thought it was great because it's all hands-on, and it's very easy to implement, get students excited about the math because they're applying the math. Mm-hmm. So I got the training, and when I was hired to come to Paloma, they knew that I had that in my background, and they wanted to start an engineering program at the school. And since I had helped to start it there, I kind of knew what it took to start it here, because it does take a lot of work to recruit, to set up the program, to set up the classroom, to get all the equipment.
That's exciting. That's really cool. So, so you've been at Paloma for a little while. What do you like best about the math department?
Oh, no, the math department, hands down. They're the best. And they're like a family. That's what really, I think, I love about it, because you know that people care about each other. They support each other. They'll be there, and it's such a great feeling to know that people have your back and will help you. Sometimes even when you don't ask for it. Well, that's what's really sweet, because you know that you didn't ask for the help, but people are watching and making sure you're successful, and they'll offer it, and I really love that.
And so before we jump into more, because we want to hear a lot about this engineering program, if you couldn't be a math teacher, engineering program project lead, what job would you like to have?
Well, the crazy part is that, even as a little girl, I wanted to be a teacher. That was my dream. Yeah. I got the stuffed animals. I had them in a line, and I would give them coloring book pages for homework. I knew, I knew that I wanted to do that. And a lot of the jobs that I have had have dealt with education. So I was an avid, worked at my university also with the mentoring program, and then also with the admissions office, as a coordinator. So that was kind of cool. I kind of did like to be a coordinator. Mm-hmm. I had a secretary, I had an office, I had a car.
Oh, nice.
They gave me a credit card. But but a lot of the work just became really repetitious.
Yeah.
And I knew that I really wanted to be a teacher. But being the coordinator was really cool.
And I'm sure that experience has helped you be able to create a project, or a program, I should say, like this engineering program. You had that administrative organization kind of experience that it takes, because working through those forms and that red tape, sometimes I know for me, I get a little overwhelmed as a teacher, is this what it takes to get someone? I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. So I'm sure that's helped you be able to be successful in that position.
And it's crazy because with math, back in the days, I would give packets, and I loved grading packets. I don't mind the paperwork.
Right.
I don't mind the paperwork.
That's good. Joe, are you similar as a math teacher? Do you like the paperwork? Are you good with that?
No, I hate the paperwork. I like teaching. Give me whiteboards. Great, that's good. But I don't want to collect anything.
Okay. So you recently sent out a huge shout out to your students, and just unpack that some more for us on what your students have been able to accomplish in your engineering program despite the shutdown this year.
Well, I've been really impressed how people want to help, and people from all over. There's a lot of organizations that want to help. Mm-hmm. So I'm working a lot with UCR. So UCR has a program where they offer challenges, and they also work with schools around their community, and they've even given supplies. And they have these virtual competitions, and some of them are national competitions where you're also competing with people from other states. So that's where our school this year did really, really well, just despite all the challenges. And we were nominated to be the representatives of UCR. So we're going up to bat for UCR against other schools. Wow. And that'll be happening very soon. And so our seniors, they develop a product. So the theme was equity. And so each team was able to develop something. And also they give out mentorship. So if they weren't really sure about the coding, about the wiring, the university mentors were also there to help us. And I think just knowing that they were encouraging us and supportive to review the work, it really invigorated the students, knowing, that people are going to look at this, and this is a university who's going to look at this, right. And they're working with the faculty. Nice. And in my lower classes, we had also competitions, and they were also very successful. So they always do a roller coaster competition, nice, which we did really well. Very cool. And again, virtual teams, I had no idea how it was going to work.
Yeah.
Is that the video, kind of like the summation of that you sent out last semester with the, yeah. One of them was, I think, the Empire State Building. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. And so the good thing is usually my classroom's a big mess. For parents, I don't know what happened to the house, but yeah, one person built it, and they were massive.
Wow.
That's cool. Yeah, those looked pretty impressive. Those were really fun to watch. I mean, I know you showed one of ours, but then there were like 3 or 4 other schools.
Oh, yeah.
In that video, too. That was neat to watch. Are you able to share with us the product that the seniors made that they're going to present on equity?
Yes. So there were multiple products, but basically the one that they developed a device to put in the car for people who are deaf. I didn't realize, but deaf people can have licenses. But it's going to alert them with different colors if there's something that they should be aware of.
Hey. Okay, that's cool. That's really cool.
Wow. So there was that one that was amazing. Another one was a hand sanitizer / temperature reader / mask dispenser, which I thought was brilliant. I've had to sometimes drive around and drop off different pieces and parts.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Well, yeah, you know what? Because you kind of like you get excited too, and you want them to be successful. And some of them they just can't come onto campus, and with the whole lockdown, it wasn't accessible. And I would also just leave stuff in front of the choir room, and just say, "Hey, come by and just pick it up." There was a lot of that. There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah. So you said you have a little activity for us that helped you get students excited for the course. Obviously, it was very successful. Like, these kids are really into this. So what do you got for Joe and I today?
Okay, so I like to start off with a design challenge. So that way you kind of learn about the design process. A lot of times people just want to start off and just tear into stuff and start building. But without planning, you're going to waste your time and materials. It takes a little bit of prep. So I'm going to challenge you to create a fan, but this fan has to have a handle.
Okay.
So you can't just fold a piece of paper and say, I'm done. So you need to create a fan with a handle and something you think that will be aesthetically pleasing.
Aesthetically pleasing.
And creative. Okay. You can use anything in your house. Maybe even the kitchen. The kitchen has a lot of cool stuff. And we'll brainstorm for 2 minutes, and then we'll pause, and you're going to go and scavenge around your house, scavenge enough stuff to try to build something that matches what you've imagined in your brain.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, very nice.
So this is not a lollipop. This is a basket with a wooden spoon.
Okay.
Not very creative, but it would, I think, work. Depending on how well I can attach the spoon to the basket.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I know that's hard to see, but that's like a salad spinner.
Oh.
And I was going to figure out how to connect something, put something in there that moves the air.
Right.
I'm a little worried that I can't get enough air behind it to come through. So there's I'm gonna stop shaking.
Wait, are these manual powered fans? Yes.
They can be manual powered, or I did have some students that got creative and they figured something else out too.
Whoa.
I was gonna get like a blender, but I thought that might be dangerous.
Yeah, but some of them did. I was like, oh, I should have thought about that too.
Yeah, motorized. Yeah, be careful. Yeah. Fast that thing spins.
Right.
Yeah, I got somebody with a drill. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go try to find stuff. Right. Be back.
All right.
All right. You
want to see what we got? Should we show our supplies?
Yes. Oh, you have to make it.
No, but should we show the supplies now first and see?
You can.
I already made mine.
What?
Well, it's just look. It's a wooden spoon with binder clips on a basket, and it just.
Oh, that's cool.
And look, it's kind of aesthetically pleasing. Look at that. Some people would hey, that's kind of cute.
Okay, so I could take. That's okay. Okay, all right. I'm not there. I need a little more time.
But it doesn't have any cool machinery, it's not battery powered or solar powered or anything like that.
Okay, it works.
It's muscle powered.
So I have here
flabby muscle at that.
You guys know what this even is?
Oh, that's a pineapple decor or whatever that is.
That's right. This cuts your pineapple up in all perfect little pineapple slices. So I got that. I got that for the environment, but plastic straws.
Okay.
Sorry, environment. I got some paper.
Okay.
Tape.
Mm-hmm.
Glue. And that's going to turn into a fan.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what kind of time I have. I got to start. I had to go find it. My salad spinner idea was absolutely terrible.
But I was wondering if you would speak a little bit to, in a math department, you're a female teacher, which I know traditionally in the past, there's been a lack of female educators in math. Does that help you recruit girls into the engineering club? Is still something that is fairly male dominated? What's been your experience?
I feel even in the class, I have to make sure the guys really want to get their hands on all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. But the girls are really detailed. And they're following the directions, but they are still very intimidated by the guys.
Really?
And I think that's just overall in general, and even myself as doing math and math in college, I was outnumbered. I was sometimes one of two females, or in one class I was the only female, and it's very intimidating to be in that type of environment. And sometimes until you're in that environment yourself, you don't realize that.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I know when I first got here, I feel like we had 2 or maybe 3, and I might be forgetting somebody, teachers in the math department that were females. And now, I don't know that we're outnumbered. Being the men, but it's definitely close. It's been a concerted effort to kind of bridge that gap. And I know over the last, I guess 15 years or whatever, I've been here for a while, but we've grown the number, and the teachers that they bring in are just they're great. They're awesome people and really great teachers. So it's been really cool to see that transformation on our campus. I don't know if it's happened in other campuses or not. And I'd agree with Sandra earlier too, where a lot of times some of the best students you got are the females. Really get after it. So one of those things, I know it still persists, but I'm just I feel like, of course I could be wrong, but I feel like we've really, that's where a lot of progress has been made in terms of that stereotype being addressed. It's been improved. Cool to see that.
And there's a lot of opportunities right now for young ladies, and there's a lot of programs that want to offer support. They're offering grants and things like that. I'm trying to share out as much as I can. So I do post I have a group called the Femineers.
Oh, cool.
So Cal Poly Pomona and San Diego State University. And so it's just geared for girls. And I work with Carrie Higgins on that. When you're first faced with a project, it seems overwhelming. It seems like impossible. But when you break it down and, you feel supported, you'll go for it.
Yeah.
And so just trying to do that for the students.
Yeah, I think that's true for a lot of students, but I think especially when you're trying to break barriers or break stereotypes, is providing that kind of support so that they know, oh, wait, I can do that. I haven't seen it done very often, but with that support and that encouragement, oh, I can do it,
Yes.
And that can be true in sports or all kinds of clubs and things like that. And since we're already kind of broaching this subject, also, do you find that students of color are able to participate well in the engineering club? Is there still a bit of a stigma or a barrier there?
I think that our school, our kids are really good, and they include one another. But, also as an adult, like when we go on field trips and things like that, I need to be very aware of my surroundings, and the students are aware once they get there, about, what's going on around them. And there is a lack of that because, you want to see someone like you be successful. And when they go to these different events, sometimes there's not that representation.
Right.
So they see that and they've commented to me and, but they know their stuff and just be confident, know that you can do it. You have the support and you keep moving forward.
Right. Another question that we usually ask our guests is,
wow.
Oh, never mind. You were ready.
I'm gonna put my goal here to add on before I would turn it in for a final product. I'd add, obviously, I can't move a lot of air when I can pass my hand completely through the blade. This is one of those, I don't know, what's that Dyson guy that just ionizes air?
Oh yeah.
I don't have that going on.
But you have more. I definitely would give you more creativity points, Joe, and the color. It's very, eye appealing that way. So.
Yeah, so just imagine like I actually had time to.
Yeah, look at that.
Put some weight on there. Nice. All right, everybody that's going to respond, go ahead in the comments. You can or email me direct. Just let me know how I did compared to Andrew. Don't worry, I'll be okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
One of our other questions, Sandra, we usually ask our guests is, what is something you're watching, reading, or listening to that you find inspiring or fun?
Well, right now, just like the news, like all of the new technology that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
There's so much new technology coming out. I've been hearing that there's going to be Uber's going to be making these helicopters that launch vertically, launches in 2021, 22 next year. So vertiports and Uber are connecting stuff with medicine, a lot more robots. So it's just incredible, all of the technology that's happening right now.
Yeah,
I'm kind of stuck on the helicopter. So you're telling me like I could order an Uber potentially in the next year or two, or what? Maybe more than that, but it'll come to my house, pick me up, and it'll fly me somewhere.
Yeah, and then we're talking about affordability. It's about the same as an UberX. So if you want to go from like LA to Malibu or whatever, traffic is horrendous.
Yeah, I go from LA to Malibu all the time to visit, my celebrity friends. And it's just terrible. I'm totally going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. So they're going to debut it right now. I think it's in also Chicago and then also in LA.
What is something? Because like I know, I feel it, and I know a lot of students are feeling it. We're kind of like to that last push of school's coming. But what's something that's going to help you stay motivated or focused for the last drive here towards the finish line?
I know. I feel really excited, and I feel like we've come so far. A lot of kids have these skills now, showcasing it and finalizing their projects. Because some of them too, they develop things where they can 3D print them, and I said, "Yeah, I'll 3D print it. We're going to make it happen."
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's awesome.
That's so cool. Like, and I just love that you despite the shutdown, that you've been able to, as you've been building this program, see it grow and grow and grow, and be able to work with these students through the shutdown and provide something that is obviously very inspiring and motivating for them naturally, taps into their natural curiosity and wanting to try, and just such good lessons in there. So thank you for doing that for so many of our students at our school. Thank you for joining us, Sandra, and on this crazy adventure.
Let's keep learning.
Bye, guys. Nice.
Okay, so probably can't get in Manatee, at least for you think like a month? Another year, maybe.
Maybe we get them to sponsor our show and we can test drive it, Joe. And we'll use your little helicopter fan.
Helicopter fan. Oh yeah. power behind that.
Decapitate myself.
There we go. That'd be funny.
Other team that I thought was super cool was this one who's designed a product, and they've actually laser cut it out, so they have it.
Wow.
And
Anytime
so
there's lasers, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you put your hand underneath it, and automatically you're also forced to get a squeeze of hand sanitizer.
Oh, okay.
So you put your hand there, it reads your temperature on your wrist, and then there's a mask dispenser, and the masks are individually wrapped, so you'll feel good about that.
For a split second, I was like, wait, you put your hand under the laser? And like, oh, it's a sensor.
I feel like, we watched that video a few times ago about like the Marshmallow challenge and how like none of the adults could do it, but the little kindergartners did.
Right.
I feel like I need to be more like a kindergartner and just go grab stuff and just mess around, even though you just said that's the design principles. I get that, but I don't know. But I don't think they're going to work. I'm nervous. Can you tell? I was telling you guys earlier that every time we do one of these challenges, there are people respond to our videos and just go like, yeah, nice try, Elliot, but Andrew wins again. So I was like, this is going to be my one, and now I'm nervous.
Epic.
Okay. So earlier, Sandra, when you said my kids were creative, they got that from their mom.
Ah.
That won't work.
No, yeah.